who is this lecture for? Like beginners or?
It's for people who want to understand a bit the concept of MRP, to clarify what's an MRP, because there is sometimes a lot of confusion with this keyword, and so it's intended for mostly for business people to want to understand capabilities in Odoo also of MRP. Okay, and so first, what are the concepts, and then what are the some capabilities that I wanted to show that can be interesting.
Okay.
Okay. How many of you run MRP today in your companies? Yes? Okay. Okay, so hello, my name is Jordi Ballester. I will be presenting Demistifying Material Requirements Planning. Today also Wim, here sitting next to me, will be sharing or joining, okay, to explain you some of the concept of MRP. So we'll start with some introduction. Why do we plan? Why do we need to plan? What's an MRP? So there is sometimes some confusion about what really we should expect by this keyword. And then we explain what's the processing logic of an MRP, inventory status, explosion of requirements, and then we will have a look into Odoo, okay, and some MRP that Wim started to work on with Ucamco, and we have been contributing on his work. Okay, so why do we plan? So we plan because we need to orchestrate, to coordinate and synchronize our assets in our company for a defined purpose. So what do we need to make or buy? When do we need to deliver? Okay, or move? Okay, so why do we plan? Basically because people expect the products to have the products sooner than we are able to, the time it takes for us to make them. Okay, and the more complexity, the more we need to plan in advance. Okay, this is an example of a device. We make this device. This year we started to design and make it, and because we wanted to bring our in-house, our capability, okay, on how do we manufacture and sell, okay, products. And so if we have these other companies and how to do it, we should have this capability ourselves. Okay, and so it has been a good exercise, very hard. The idea is, so this product is not very complex, but it takes some time. There is a concept of cumulative lead time, so it takes some time to purchase the goods from, sometimes it's from China, from London, from UK, from Spain, okay? And, well, the total time that it takes is more than the time that our customers expect to receive the unit. So, if you buy the unit, okay, nowadays, how much time do you expect to wait for this unit to arrive? If it's in Amazon, you expect next day delivery, okay? Well, if you know me, maybe we can arrange 1 week, yes? But certainly it's not, it takes, for some of the components here, it takes 30-40 days to ship from China, okay? So the basic is because you are not reactive enough, okay? If some of you ask me for 40 units, I can say, no, sorry, I don't have in inventory. So it takes me now 40 days to ship from China, and then to build, I have to plan, okay? So how do I plan? I need to plan, so I need to forecast, okay? I need to forecast, so So I need to predict what you are going to ask me, okay, to do. Therefore, then there is the need for a system to properly plan and schedule what do I need to buy, make, and when. Okay, so an MRP engine basically is like an engine that, based on what is needed and when, and what is available now. Okay, this engine runs and tells you what you should make or buy or move and when to do it. The MRP is designed to ensure that you always have the exact number of the inventory to satisfy your demand, your current and future demand, precisely when it's needed. Okay, it's a big engine calculator. Okay, so an MRP feeds from an MPS, Master Production Schedule. A Master Production Schedule is a plan that the company puts together to define, based on independent demand forecast. So how many units will we sell in Odoo Experience? By the way, we have a booth here, okay? How many units, okay, will we sell? We don't really know. We can expect some numbers, independent demand forecast, yes? External orders for components. So sometimes some people, we have been selling for some time, so a person has some piece broken, needs an exchange for a part, yes? So this information, then people, the planners, sales and operations team, put together a plan and say, okay, what's our capability? What's the market demand from us? So let's put together a plan that we can balance our resources to make sure that we satisfy the demand for the market. That's the master production schedule. Then this fits into the MRP system. The MRP system, okay, the master production schedule is at product level, finished product level. The MPS, it's at this level. The MRP system then takes this unit and breaks it, okay, into the components and decide, okay, when to manufacture and when to buy and how much quantity, using information like the inventory record file. So it looks at your warehouse, how much do you have, and look at the product structure. What's the lead time for the screen? What's the lead time for the PLA, the plastic? Okay, and based on that, it puts together a plan. Okay, and then it typically feeds to the manufacturing execution system, which is the IoT box that triggers the execution, okay, of the printer that prints the case, for example. Okay. So what's the processing logic typically of an MRP? The questions: what do we have? What do we need? What do we do? Inventory started. The current prehistoric approach is forecasted quantity. So you see in Odoo, sometimes you see the forecasted quantity is this amount. Okay. You look at the on hand, on order, minus required. Okay. But you don't know when, and it's very important, that concept of time phasing. Okay. So when do you have this quantity? Okay. So one of the most important things that an MRP does is that it constructs an inventory, time-phased inventory status. So based on the first row, what do I need? I need, this is in weekly buckets. I need nothing until the last week. I need 30. What I have planned to receive, okay? What do I have on hand? Okay, so you see 10. Now this week I received 10, so I have 20 from them. Okay, but see, on last week I had 20. I was going to ship 30. I have minus 10, so I have a problem. So a negative inventory. Okay, that's the inventory, the projected inventory. Okay, so based on that, the MRP goes and says, okay, so if you are going to be less 10 units on that week, what's the lead time to build this? It's 2 weeks, okay? So I go back 2 weeks and I say, to make this, at least you should start 2 weeks before and you should make 10, because an MRP is designed to satisfy precisely what is needed, no more, no less, okay? So this is, I should, which is called plan orders, make 10 on this week, okay? Start the manufacture 10 this week to receive those 10 and then have a result of zero inventory because I can satisfy the demand for 30, which is 20 on hand plus the 10 I made. Yes, do you follow? Okay? Okay, so you make this 10, it brings to your 0, okay? There are other problems associated to making sure that inventory is 0, okay? But that's part of another discussion that we have a talk on Friday on DDMRP. Okay, so safety stock, the concept of safety stock is, okay, but because the real life is not as beautiful, I better have at least 10 units in stock, just in case. Things can happen, okay, changes can happen. So I planned for a 10 units of safety stock. But what it means is, in the last week, okay, I should make 10 because I need to satisfy my 30, okay? But then I need also to make 10 to build up my safety stock again. So I need to make 20, okay? So the safety stock is an important concept in MRP, okay? In the calculations on the MRP, okay? So by building this 20 on this week, I will have on hand 10, which is what I project to have. Okay, okay, that was easy. But what happens when you have a complex bill of materials? Okay, what happens in my projections? Okay, it's okay. So what the MRP does is to link parent and component items based on the bill of materials. So if I have a parent 1 to 3 to a component, so to have 1 unit, I need 3 components. Okay. Then what the MRP system will do is define based on the planned orders. It will say I need to make 10. So in order to make 10 this week, I should make sure that I have received 30 units of the components on the same week to be able to start manufacturing. Otherwise, just I cannot start without components. Okay. So this then starts and sends a signal to the components as a dependent requirements, so requirements from the parent. Okay, so this is very important because it means that to have the units available here for the parent, I should have the units available for the child 2 weeks before. Okay. Okay, so in order to make this calculation, it goes step by step, level by level. So it goes first. Suppose that 2 models have some shared components, okay? It goes first on the top parent level of the bill of materials, and then identifies what inventory requirements are there, what do I need to make, okay? And when, and based on that, it passes on to the requirements for the children, okay? For the immediate children. So it passes requirements C1 to C2, okay, but not R3, not to this level, because R3 is also a child of C2, okay. So it delays, okay, the identification of requirements or the computation just a bit for this one. So it processes the requirements. So based on the parents and based on spare independent requirements, it determines how to build. Okay, and when to build, and how much do I need of the components. And then this is the third pass. So in the third pass, it goes to the last level, identify dependent requirements, okay? And then it also uses R3 in this case because that's the lowest level of R3. So if a product is found in different levels, in different bills of materials, okay, it puts the lowest, okay, this R3 into the lowest level it can be found in all the bill of materials. Okay, so that's an important concept. Is MRP is the low level code, okay, of a product in a bill of materials. Okay, so we'll jump now into do you have any question? Did you understand why do you need an MRP system? Yeah.
Sure. Question. How do you define the level? On the path, do you define it? Manually, or does it automatically define? Automatically defines that the R3 is on the lowest level, and
That's automatically done. At the moment that the MRP calculation is done, it starts first with defining what the lowest level is for a component.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So can you say the lowest level is the raw material?
The lowest level
Or
is
not necessarily?
the lowest level the product can be found. Sometimes it can be an assembled product, but sometimes it's in level 1, in level 2, or level 3. So you can have an assembly that is in various levels.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but even it's not purchased, it's not a raw material still. But the lowest level you can find this product is in level 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just in one bill of material in level 5, then it's going to say, okay, I will wait until I process level 5 to consider this. Yes? Okay, so with these concepts in mind, when Odoo Camco started building some capabilities, okay, and back in version
Started version 7.
7, yeah. So we met a few years ago when it was in version 8. We met at at a conference that Odoo, a workshop that Odoo organized about manufacturing. Okay, and so that's where we came to know each other. What I'm going to show is the work, the evolution of this work up to version 11, and where this work is now available in the Odoo Community Association. So the first thing I want to show you is let's define a new product. Okay. Widget A. Okay. So let's start very simple. Widget A is a purchase product. Okay. We're not going even to start with a complex bill of materials. Okay. Because MRP is also useful even if you don't manufacture, because it plans your inventory requirements over time. So you don't need to manufacture for that. Even if it's a purchase, it's good. You need to know how much do you need to buy and when. Okay. So we start with widget A. So we add a vendor. Okay. And so the delivery time is 10 days. Okay. Yes. Okay, we start with 0 on hand. So this is a new product we are introducing. So the first thing that you have the product, we are starting to sell this product, and this is a purchase product. So we talk with the suppliers. Well, what's your name?
Peter.
Peter, how many days will it take for you to send me these units?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay. So 2 weeks is what he's promising. Okay. So how much should I buy from you? Can I buy just one by one?
The minimum quantity is 10.
10? Okay. So
if you want to get a good price, you can buy one.
Okay, let's say 10. Okay, so then what will you do is, okay, so we'll say, okay, this supplier expects a minimum, okay, and okay, so and maybe he says we should order 5 on lots of 5, okay, 5 by 5 units. Okay, please don't ask me 6 because I pack in 5, for example. Okay. So yeah, so you could define that this is I'm starting. Okay, I'm starting assumption. Okay, so we are good. We are in agreement. Okay, we are going to launch this product. So we meet with operations. Okay, we meet with the warehouse. We meet with sales. Okay, and let's put together a plan. Okay, so we are going to do a master production schedule. So from October till December, let's say, on a weekly basis. Okay, so let's put together what will be our projected plan. Okay, so this is okay. Let's put together a plan. What will be able to deliver? Okay, what we expect that the demand will be for since week 40 until the end of the year. Okay, so we would say, so the first week, so we plan to sell 10 units, yes? Okay, and with 2, no, we don't expect. In week 3, we expect 5 units, and then 15, okay, okay, then, so it's slowing, okay, it's a slow piece, but it's building up, okay, so maybe 20, 25, okay, so that's what sales and operation has agreed, that is a good plan. Is it realistic? Can we really make out this plan? Okay, yes, so that's it. So that's the master what's the master production schedule, okay? So based on this, then we go to manufacturing, okay, MRP, run multi-level MRP, okay, and so widget A, okay. Now this, what do you see in this screen, okay, is my inventory, projected inventory over time. So you can see this, the days, okay, and you can see what's the starting inventory. We're starting day 1, 0 inventory, no on hand, okay. So we have a demand of 1, yes, so we said we have a supply 0, okay. The forecasted is inventory is -1, okay. So I need to procure 10. Why 10? Why do you think I need to procure 10?
Minimum quantity.
Yes, because I have a minimum. Yes, if he's not accepting, yes, less than, okay. So, okay, we'll build 10 units, okay. So, okay, so the projected inventory, okay, will tell me, okay, that first thing, I need to release the order right now, okay, because I need now, sorry, we're late, okay. So if I put together, like, let's go further in time, okay, in the, okay, 20th, sorry, and this is the American format, the 20th of October, okay, I will need another 10, okay, and this date is the planned release date, okay, the planned order quantity and planned release date. So this tells you, by this date, the 5th of October, you should order a release 10 to the supplier, no longer than this date, in order to ensure that by 20th of October, you will be able to satisfy the required demand, okay? So, and say, okay, assuming, okay, that what's the one thing? Let's buy, okay, now, because we had to buy now for this unit, okay. So that's the 10 units of widget A. Okay, so I confirm the order, and as soon as I confirm the order, okay, I go to factoring, run multi-level, widget A, okay. So my forecasted inventory, I still have not received the units, but I'm going to receive 10 units. That's according to my schedule, okay. So my forecasted inventory is 9, and then it's slowly going down, okay, until I reach to a point where I have -1. Yes. So yeah, of course I need to order here. Yes. Okay. So I need on the 5th of October, I need to send the order. So make sure that it will arrive on the 20th, okay? So why the 5th? So if you consider the working calendar, okay? So you can define a working calendar and say, okay, so this is the number of working days, okay? I expect to manufacture or to receive, okay, a product. Okay, so and then the intention is that by ordering, then I will be able to always satisfy the demand. So the planner, what goes here and selects filters to procure, for example. So the work of the planner is just to monitor the planned order quantities and release date, and then release the orders as they become closer to the dates, okay? So that the suppliers have time to deliver, okay? So this is very simple. Okay, it's just the basic concepts of the MRP engine. Okay, it grows more complex when you, instead of making the widget, you make a more complex bill of materials, because it starts to pass on demands to the lower level components. Okay, so so I would like to know, I think, what's questions, what's your experience with these MRP concepts? Yes.
So I have one customer who has 9 levels in their BOM,
Yeah.
and hundreds of components to be assembled. How would you think this kind of model would work there?
It will explode. It's called requirements explosion. It will explode the requirements down the hierarchy, okay, and then it will time phase. So I need this is the finished product, level 0, okay, the finished product. Then I need the components, level 1 to be on this time, okay, level 2 on this time, level 3, okay, so I can go, right? Level 9, yes, okay. So, okay, that's your plan. So your plan is, well, you better start processing here, because you should have the finished product up there, yes? So that's your plan, but things can go wrong, because today's date is just here, yes? And you need now, okay? Now there is no going backwards, so it's impossible to go back in time. Yes, sometimes you just cannot make it, okay, when the customer really needs it, okay? Because the customer, you say, at least you will have it here, but sometimes the customer tells you, okay, I should have it here, yes? And that you say, well, that's possible. How is it possible? Yes, it's possible if you put strategic inventory, okay, at some of the components, okay? By placing strategically, okay, stock in the components, you can ensure that your lead time is compressed, so that if a customer asks you for a complex product, you can have this product earlier, okay? But that's a discussion that you will see on Friday if you go to the DDMRP talk. Yep.
What is your experience regarding if you have multiple of these multi-level bill of materials? Are there any recommendations regarding performance of the system?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I don't know Odoo, but in other systems that's a huge problem regarding performance.
Mm-hmm.
We run at, we have in total about 25,000 parts and 10 levels in the bill of material. And the MRP runs between 2 and 3 minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In Odoo you have an NPS module. You don't seem to be using it because you want to be compatible with community, or you don't like the way the module is working?
The reason is from the MPS, it's the way it's currently designed. You have to put all the materials in the same screen manually. Sometimes you don't know, so sometimes things are too complex. The planner is not. In our opinion, the planner should not be expected to put everything manually in the same screen and expect that the system work to perform all the calculations in the background based on a MPS. So that's our experience.
So we entered the forecast manually.
Yes.
But obviously in the system we can create delivery orders or sales orders, and also you create manufacturing orders. So a lot of the demand is sort of created by different users. Mm-hmm. So are those added to this?
Yeah.
Or that's different, or how does that work together with the default modules?
Yeah. So in my opinion, that's I'm not sure when we didn't speak much about this. In my experience, there are companies that use different approaches. Sometimes they say, okay, my approach is to have a master production schedule, okay, and so it considers the known demand, okay, and then the known demand is incorporated into the master production schedule.
So you just take that and import it into the...
Exactly,
okay.
Exactly. Other companies that like say, okay, we are going to operate on freely without an MPS, so based on pure demands, Okay, so you let the system loose. So let's set the system, the sales order come in, and then based on the requirements that they place, you will manage the whole material requirement explosion. Yes, that sometimes also can happen.
How we do it is that when we have a forecast, and we have, for example, a forecast of 10 in 1 week, as long as the sales orders are below the 10, it will use the forecast. As soon as there are more sales than the 10, it will use the quantity that is sold.
Oh, I see. That's good.
There is also a concept of the planning horizon. Planning horizon, it means, for example, you don't let sales touch your, for example, the next 3 weeks. Okay, so the plan is frozen. Okay, to a point where sales is not able to update the forecast for the short term.
Yeah.
Okay, because then it introduces instability. Okay. Yeah.
Anyone?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so this is the new features of the MPS in Odoo 12. This
No.
it was already in 11.
Sorry?
Was it already in 11 or is it in a separate app?
This is a separate app.
Ah, okay.
Yes, yes. So this is a separate app that we are just showing. Yeah.
When you have a lot of products, how do you start to explode and calculate the MRP? Do you use a sort of a minimum level to start with the low of the BOM, bill of material, and go up? Have you a certain logic to?
You explode at the beginning. You identify what's the lowest level code.
So this is a computation.
Yes,
Yes.
this is a computation.
And it's stored in the product.
It's stored in the product. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And that is every time that you run the MRP, it is recalculated, and it's starting with the highest level and checking on what level your component or your product is within the bill of material.
Okay. So you have to think if a company needs to plan in advance, okay, their sales over the year, then is when it makes sense to build up the master production schedule, then to fit into an MRP, and then start to buy out of the projected inventory and recommendations for purchase. Yeah.
What is the difference between the MRP module in the 11 or 12 release and this app?
The difference is that when you open the MPS, you have to manually add the products, okay, that you want to explode, okay, or compute the demands for, okay, and so it's a manual work for the planner to remember, okay, what products should I be planning the demand for, okay, and then putting them on the screen, and then the system composes the breakdown, okay, but if it's not doing that on the back, okay, automatically for you to present them some results. It's doing like online, so as you put the number, it automatically explodes, okay, and presents some numbers and offers you to purchase, okay, but you have to select what items do you want to plan each time. But we see that this can be very complex, so if you have multiple 9 levels of bill of materials, I mean, this can be very complex to add manually. So if you are expected to put together the numbers at a finished product level, aggregated level, and then expect the system to identify, okay, demand for the lower levels.
Thank you.
Okay.